Hey guys, I'm moving the camera around. Let's talk about an interesting thing. So, if you don't know what this video is, I hope you looked at the update video before this video because it's going to be up a little bit late. Actually, I think I'm just going to upload them both around the same time. Whatever. You don't care. You're watching it right now. You don't care. You just cared that there was a video. So, what are we going to be talking about today? I told you I was going to bring back an old series. Actually, I told you I was going to bring a series into this today. So, what am I going to talk to you about today? First of all, this is a reaction video. This is like without the video being up on the screen reaction and just talking about things that I've seen about it. So this is part of the series that we had before. It's an older series and it is part of a suicide and depression. Though I hope you understand that this video isn't going to be always bad. This is also going to be an interesting video because I think some people will laugh at my reactions and just how angry I'm going to get about this topic a little bit. So this is a reaction video about 13 reasons why. The 13 reasons why. This is, and to give you background on this, if you don't remember it or you never got to hear about it, 13 Reasons Why is about a girl. It's a suicide show. And it got attacked so bad. But here is the basic plot point. Now, mind you, be careful. This is just what I'll tell you the plot. I don't think it's that bad. Anyways, the plot is, well, you get what I mean. I'm not gonna. Anyways, reset. So here it is. The plot is basically a girl ends up killing herself. Now, people don't see this coming because everybody thinks that she's okay. Not great, but okay. Basically, she ends up killing herself, and then she leaves 13 reasons why. And like this, I think it's in like a notebook. I forget. It's either in a notebook or like it's hidden. I forget. But either way, she leaves 13 reasons why she killed herself. And basically, the show is everybody going through the 13 reasons why they killed herself with like her boyfriend, like dude, boyfriend, like friend. I'm pretty sure it's really complicated. And they go through all these reasons why she killed herself. And there's a lot of twists, some of the stuff. And she's like a ghost. I'm watching this. And it's really deep. They hit a lot of good points. About bullying, about everything that sometimes I'm afraid to talk about in this series. And it was hard, and it was big, and it was tough. And instead of having this positive reaction where it got people thinking, and got people being like, man, we should really take a different step. Which it did. But not always in the right way. Schools freaked out. I mean, went insane. Basically, they had these huge assemblies saying, oh, no, and they sent emails home. They're like, oh, there's this 13 reasons why. So it's about suicide. And it could make, it's been making some kids have some disturbed thoughts. And we think it could end up in having a group suicide event. What? And they did this. Now, what happened instead? They suggested that you either not watch it, or if you watch it, you watch it with your parents. Now, here's what I say. It's not even that. It's bad. It's bad as in it's a great show. It's a great show and it's a great thing. It's bad as is. What people view as bad is that it hit every point and it nailed it home. Every single point and it nailed it home and it hit like all these huge points. And it was amazing. It did an amazing job at it. People were scared. They never really talked about this, but I know for a fact almost every teen in their life when they go to high school will talk about suicide and depression. And they have either a friend that is either committed suicide or they know somebody that has committed suicide. I think at this point, almost all of us know somebody that has committed suicide. If not, you know somebody who has attempted, most likely. If you not, you may actually be the person who has attempted, and then you are a suicide survivor, like myself. And then everybody knows somebody with depression. Everybody does. Everybody knows people who struggle with things like that, and it comes off as depression, and who just struggle in general with their life and a lot of bad things. Everybody knows somebody like that. So in a school saying that, oh, them talking about this could be really bad because you don't know what's going to happen. Are you dumb? We already talk about this. We already do this every day, and this was just a show that showed how to get help, and not only how to get help, it also showed these big topics that parents didn't realize. So I love the fact that parents immediately were like, oh, well, we got to watch it with them. And then they sat down, and the kids are just like, yes, this is a problem that we deal with. This is something that happens. And it got parents talking. Parents didn't know how bad the issues were. Parents didn't know or see what was going on, because back in their day, I think, frankly, parents think that, oh, we know exactly what you're going through. No, you don't. The pressure has tripled since when you went to school. And anybody who says that it hasn't is very, very close-minded. There is a lot of people who will come out as adults and say, you want to know what, when we were kids, there was a lot of pressure on us, but there's 3 times the pressure now. And adults didn't get that, but this was like a gateway. I mean, let's look at all the pressures in our lives. We have to look good on social media. We have to get good grades. Not only that, we have to get in a good college, or a college that's not like amazing or like Ohio State, like crazy, but get in a decent small college. And then we have to go for a degree, and we have to get this degree, and we can't change degrees. I mean, if you do, you have to have enough money to get the student loans off. 3, you have to have a decent car. You also have to have that nice girlfriend or boyfriend. You have to be acceptable in public, or else you get destroyed. You have to dress perfectly and have to be all chic. You have to be all these things. And then you have to get, on top of that, the grades, while still looking good, not being bullied, and having a cool lingo, as well as learning all the internet speak and every single other little thing. You have to have a dog. You have to take care of that dog. You have to be amazingly cool. You have to have some talent, whether it be stupid like skateboarding or singing or juggling, randomly being able to juggle or spin plates on one of those like little pull things. I don't know what you call that, but there's people that probably know that in my high school. And that's the really only great talent they have, besides apparently studying, because studying means everything. And if you do not study and if you do not do your homework, you are nothing. That is kind of what schools tell us nowadays. Now, I know what you're thinking. That was a lot. That was very fast. Why is he talking so fast? What is wrong? Why is he... It sounds like he's on caffeine. Why is he on so much caffeine? What's his rack? Is he on crack? No, I'm not on crack. I'm just talk really, really fast sometimes. And I'm sorry about that. I'm also trying to do a joke, but also at the same time, that is very much so how it is. There's this huge pressure, and you have to do that. And not only that, but school's pressures, college, and all this stuff, and like how you have to not only plan out college, but you have to plan out your career and all these classes that you have to take, and you have to plan out your budget, and you have to do this, and you have to do that. Now, granted, I think you should plan out a budget. I think that's the number one thing you should do before you even look at colleges. How are you going to get to college without money? We're going to eat 1 beetle a day because we can't afford even ramen. Hell, we can't even afford to take pears from the neighbor's lawn. We tried to kill a squirrel last week. That was the only food we had. So 1 beetle a day. Insane. It is insane. 13 Reasons Why put this thing in front of them where parents could see all these stresses and all these problems and all these things that are in the schools, and even more could look inside a person's mind and go, you want to know what? Have you look at their kids and like, man, I didn't realize that. Have you thought about that? And it opens up this line of discussion where finally parents and kids can be on the same level, because this is such an awkward topic that no parents is going to be like, oh, I know all about it. I'm great. Even narcissistic people would be like, I can't feel empathy, but yeah. They would feel awkward. This was the best thing because it opened up that line of communication and this awesome thing. And then people came out and said, oh, it's glorifying suicide. It's making it so it's cool. You're stupid. I shouldn't have said that. They're just blessed with an ability to close their eyes, not see the world as it truly is. And I wish I had that ability. I truly do. I wish I could bury my head in the sand, but I cannot. It did not glorify suicide. Nothing about this glorified suicide. It never came out and said, oh, suicide's cool, or it didn't like pummel this idea like, well, maybe you should do this because of these things happen. No, it just brought up a topic that nobody is willing to talk about. Nobody is. Everybody is scared to bring up this topic. especially on YouTube, because you'll get demonetized. Things like that. Really? Instead of talking about this and bringing awareness to this, we're just sitting over here going, oh, well, we don't want to talk about an awkward subject. We don't want to talk about something that could be hard to talk about. 13 Reasons Why opened up a dialogue not only between parents and kids, but it also talked about all these super huge reasons and brought them to school's attention. And people got to talk about it. It opened up dialogues between teachers. It opened up this huge thing, and it just taught. And people for the first time were like, maybe we should learn about this whole problem with depression and maybe change our mindset. Maybe we should look into the Bible about suicide or learn about this whole suicide thing and how we can do something about it. Or maybe we should just talk to our kids. Because our kids are the people who have to deal with this every single day. Have to struggle through life dealing with some of the same problems that are very much so mentioned in 13 Reasons Why. It was amazing. And I can't wait to see if they will ever do something that will bring up something about bullying, about prosecution, about all these bigger topics that are huge. 13 Reasons Why did not glorify suicide, nor did it make kids commit suicide. Nobody died because they watched 13 Reasons Why. In fact, they looked at the statistics, and you can quote me on this, or you can find a way that I am wrong, but last time I checked the statistics, and last time I checked something in about this, during the airing of 13 Reasons Why, there was a drop in teen suicides around the country. I don't know about the world, but I know there was definitely a drop around in the country. Because it opened up a dialogue and it ended up saving lives. Because if you can talk about something that is as hard about this, you can get help. I know help is the hardest thing to get. I know you don't trust no one. Trust me, I've been there. Remember, I'm a suicide survivor. But you got to get it eventually. You can't do everything on your own. You can't. That's just the truth. This did nothing to glorify suicide. If anything, it opened up a idea that we should help and that we can help in every way, shape, and form. It taught people things, and it showed people the way that they never knew existed. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed the fact that I'm bringing back an old series. So, I love you guys so much. You're amazing. You're beautiful. You're great. You do everything for me, and I'm always willing to talk to you, whether you have my phone number or hit me up on Instagram or talk to me in the comments of this video. Or if I know you and you know me, remember I'm Clint Gray. If I go to school with you and you know me, hit me up at school. I'll pull you aside. We can be late to class together, and I can be, hey, I'm talking about something with this person. Or I can find somebody that will be like, hey, you can come sit down. Always look for the brighter side of the world, because there is one. I know it takes some time to look for it. Trust me, I struggle with it too. But there is a good side. There's still hope and faith. I still have hope and faith in this world, and there's hope everywhere. Love you all, guys. You're beautiful, you're amazing, and you're far more unique than you know. And remember, laugh some more.